How y'all doing? Thanks for checking out the Voradox Experiment. I am Voradox, self-proclaimed common sense warrior, and today we're going to be reading an article that for me just reminded me of why I am so proud to be an American, why I am so happy to be living in the United States of America. And this is from the Associated Press. The title of the article is Russian Investigators Call Children as Witnesses Against Their Mother Accused of Discrediting Army. I'm just going to start reading the article. Like the channel, subscribe, leave a comment if you got something to say. A 9-year-old girl and her 10-year-old brother have been called as witnesses in a criminal case against their mother after she was accused of repeatedly discrediting the Russian army. Lida Prudovskaya and her 2 children were summoned by investigators to the northern Russian region of Arkhangelsk, excuse my mispronunciations, on Friday to give testimony in the case, Russian news outlet Sota reported. Prudovskaya previously faced administrative charges on similar allegations after sharing anti-war posts on the Russian social media platform Vkontakte in September 2022. Again, I apologize for the mispronunciations. Discrediting the Russian military is a criminal offense under a law adopted after Russia sent troops to Ukraine in February 22. This was after. Let me read that again for anybody that was in the back. Discrediting the Russian military is a criminal offense under a law adopted after Russia sent troops to Ukraine in 2022. The law is regularly used against Kremlin critics. Regularly used since 2022. In April, Russian authorities petitioned to restrict the parental rights of a single father convicted of discrediting the army following an anti-war sketch drawn by his daughter at school. I am a single dad, and I have 2 daughters, and I couldn't imagine being put on a criminal trial for something that one of my kids drew at school. And I couldn't imagine being put on trial for speaking out against something my government was involved in this case, a war in Ukraine. I couldn't imagine being put on trial and possibly punished for speaking against this thing. The First Amendment is real, and it means something. And if you don't have it, then shit like this happens. Then if you're a mother or a father, if you're an uncle or an aunt, if you're someone who doesn't agree with something that your government is doing and you speak against it and your children propagate that same sentiment, you could be put on trial in Russia. That's not going to happen to you in the United States of America while everybody's sitting around here talking shit about America and oppression and systematic racism and blah, 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 blah. Man.
Come on, man.
Again, in April, Russian authorities petitioned to restrict the parental rights of a single father convicted of discrediting the army following an anti-war sketch drawn by his daughter at school. Alexei Moskalyov, 54, was sentenced to 2 years in prison for social media comments he made criticizing Moscow's war in Ukraine, while his daughter Maria was placed in an orphanage. The 13-year-old was later moved to live with her mother. And I believe they end the article right there. Bruh. What the hell did I come up on? They got some, what the fuck? Anyway, I was looking at the ads right there, trying to figure out what all that was about. So, in Russia, if you don't agree with your government going to war against Ukraine, Hundreds of thousands of people have died in this war, by the way. If you don't agree with your country going to war with another country, you can be put on trial, you can have your children taken away from you, and you can be sentenced to prison. If you live in the United States of America, think about that. Quit fucking whining, talking shit. The United States of America is the greatest country on earth. That's all I gotta say. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you agree or disagree. But if you're a citizen of the United States of America, take a minute and thank God for it. Okay, bye.